Hello! I just finished changing the water of my beautiful alocasia that I got from Costco. This is my lucky bamboo. I've had him for 3 years. This is its baby. Let me show you. This bamboo has gotten so tall, so massive. So this twisting part of the stem, that happens when you lay the bamboo stalk on its side and it's naturally gonna grow up to the sunlight and then you gradually turn it. I didn't do that though. This was all done in a lab where I bought it. I mean, I don't know which lab, but I bought this little guy in IKEA. He was so tiny, like he was in a little vial like this big and had the little twisty trunk. It wasn't this wide. Like as it's grown taller, it's kind of widened out with its twist. So the stalk has gotten pretty long. I have not watered it in a little bit, and so some of those roots are exposed. Hopefully they're okay. But the roots have gotten gnarly. They're all healthy in here. I have changed it in the past and had some algae growing, but algae does not harm the plants. Some apparently healthy roots on a lucky bamboo can be orange, especially in water. You can see there's actually a little bit of algae right there. The roots are looking good, but every now and then I like to change like every 3 weeks. When it's sitting on my counter, it's taller than me. But I love how it fits in this little corner here. I probably should get a grow light. I think that's why it's been leaning a little bit, because my window's that way. I have this little guy sitting on the vase to hold it. Let me think, how long has it been since I've moved it into this vase? I think it was about April, and it's end of July now. So for a few months, it's been in this vase. It used to be in a tiny little bottle that was like this tall. It had like a wide bottom and a tiny little bottleneck. But yeah, the bottle was like this tall. The base of it was like not even this wide. It was like this big. And while it was growing in there, it shot off a new little shoot right here. It was on the base. Maybe I can show you. It might still have a scar where I cut this off. But look at it. I was talking to my friend one day about this and I stumbled over my words, which I tend to do sometimes. And I named this on accident Baby Blamboo, and it stuck. Blamboo. So meet Baby Blamboo. It has not rooted. It's been months and it still has not rooted. And I'm wondering, did I accidentally cut off too much? But I think there's enough nodes here. Like there should be enough of a node for it to shoot off some roots. Oh wait. Oh my gosh, you guys! I haven't seen this happen yet. Let me show you. These are tiny little, look at these little nubs. Look at these nubs. Can you see? Can you see? That right there? I don't know what to call it in that. Those are baby roots. Ah! I'm so happy that I just witnessed that. Okay, it's going to keep growing. I'm so excited. I was getting so worried. I was getting so worried about this guy because it's lost some color in the leaves. It's just been living in this cup of water, and I only have like this much water. It has some hard water stains, but I've switched it over to only distilled water. I'm so excited that it's gonna grow, my baby bamboo. Okay, there's tiny, let me show you here. Right in there. Tiny leaves. That is new growth that it's been trying to grow, which I'm like, was that there before? Or was that always there? Did it grow? I don't know. Because how is it stimulating growing a new leaf when it doesn't even have roots? Well, I'll give you an update. I'm so hyped about this. This water needs to be changed out too. I have just left him on my windowsill for months since I cut it off when, so I forgot to tell you part of the story. The glass vase that this was in, it has a little bottleneck, right? So there was no way that we could get this massive guy out without destroying either the roots or the vase. Obviously the vase can go. So we went outside and we broke it against the concrete. It shattered and we just picked all of the pieces of glass out of the roots. And I love this vase that I found, that I can just pull it all the way up because it has a wider neck at the top. Let's do this! On to the baby blamboo! So cute. I can't get over him. I'm just gonna set you so gently. It's gonna grow roots, I'm convinced. Okay, I hope it's not rotting. I hope it calloused over enough. I'm just gonna give it a rinse. Set him down gently. I'm sick of this hard water stains on this cup. So give me some time to scrub that off. I did it. The hard water stain is gone, so it's gonna be a pretty shiny cup again. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about this baby blamboo. So if you are here because you want to propagate your bamboo, here's what you need to know. Fun fact, lucky bamboo is not actually a real bamboo. It's some sort of like houseplant hybrid mutation. Like, that's just something good to know. If you are propagating anything, you need to look for the node. A node, I'll give you a close-up of this one. This is a node and this is a node. That is where the leaf branches off. It's all of these little segments. So the line is a node. And here, underneath my node, is where I'm getting the baby roots that are growing. So when you cut it off, that's what you want to do. Just like if I wanted to cut one of these off, I could find the node. I would probably cut down here, closer to the stem. But I don't want to be next to the stem and probably like leave a little bit off. And you can leave a stump, I don't know what to call that. You can leave part of the stem on the main stem. So you would leave part of that and hopefully you would get more growth coming off. Just like this one, there was a node and they just let it grow up and it turned itself to grow upward. So find the node, then you can put it in water. There's a lot of other ways to propagate. I personally like to use water just because I like to see the magic happen. But there's lots of other ways. You can look that up of doing rocks, leca, some sort of stratum, whatever you want, you can use. I personally have only used water. And this is my only bamboo propagation. As I told you, I think I forgot to show, it's hard to tell. Oh, no, there it is. I'm gonna give you a close-up of where it was growing off. It grew off the stem and I chopped it off because it was stuck. Like all of these leaves were like bent like this. That's why there's these creases in the leaves. These leaves were bent up in my little bottleneck of the vase. So when I finally gave it a bigger home, I cut it off because it was almost submerged in water, like at least this much. It just decided to grow. Right there, you can see the stem came off and I cut it off. You can actually see there are some roots that are starting to grow from that point. Oh, look at all of these new roots. It's so pretty. Oh, he tipped over again. Okay, you had one job. So I've been leaving it in here. If you do water, you want to have a container that's clear so that sunlight can come through. I am currently using distilled water. Okay, that's plenty of water. So what I'm doing when I place it in the water is I want to make sure these leaves, so this small leaf right here, I don't want to submerge that in water. So I stuck it in just like that. And then you want to put it in a windowsill where it can get sunlight, and it's a long journey. So be ready to sit with this on your windowsill or some other place for probably months. That's how long it took for me. That's why I'm actually excited about this. Adding some sort of propagation drops. There's like different brands out there. So I'm going to add a couple of drops, and hopefully that's going to help stimulate the root growth. Okay, I'll give you an update on how these grow. All right, come here, big guy. My tree hugging friend. Wow, these roots are very long. Some of you may be like, just chop it off. I'm not gonna, okay? Oh, there's new roots too. And these new roots coming in are actually orange. That's crazy. There's a little bit of algae. It's not enough that I'm gonna do anything about it. Okay, what are these little white things? Because that was not there before. Let me give you a close-up. Look. There's like these little beads. What is it? Oh, it just came off. No idea what that is. Sorry, hopefully I'm not squishing you over there. There's a couple of these that are a little larger. But let's start by just rinsing. These roots are so tangled. I don't see any root rot, so that's good. All right. This is getting massive. I am gonna gently set it down. And I'm gonna rinse this out. Oh, this is why I procrastinate changing the water, is because I feel like it has to become a whole thing. I'm gonna want to wash the vase. Ah, not break it. That is hot water. So when you have something that's hydroponic, you'll want to change out the water about every 3 weeks. It's definitely been longer since I've done that, probably 6 weeks to 2 months since I've changed the water. So this plant really needs it. You know, bamboos, they like to grow crazy. I also need to trim some of these leaves that started browning and yellowing when it was stuck in the old vase. And that was when I was like, okay, I'll finally crack the vase and give you a bigger one because you can't get this back. So I'm gonna chop that off. Not chop, just like, I'll show you. We'll get there. There is a little bit of yellowing here, you can see. It's a little bit crispy. And that was from some leaves that completely died off. And I can't remember if that happened after I repotted it or gave it a new vase. I think it was after. So I just broke them all off, but some of the dead leaf is still kind of stuck to the stem here. But it's trying to grow new leaves, so that's good news. It's gonna come back. Oh no, I think this is new, recent. It's a little dusty. All right, here comes the whole thing. We're gonna rinse all the leaves too. Ah, such a struggle. It's such an awkward shape. Awkward long plant. Okay, these new leaves still have a little bit of yellow. Ah, I'm noticing yellowing in this too. Ah, sorry, I neglected you. But hopefully these look a little greener. Ah, this too is a little bit yellow. Dang, I didn't even notice because it's so tall. I just don't really look at the leaves that closely. And I just drag those roots all around the place. Give it another rinse real quick. All right. Let's not waste the water. Save the planet. Oh my gosh. This is so much roots. I definitely could chop it off. I don't want to though. I don't know why. I'm getting nervous to chop it. I think we're gonna just plop it in as I usually do. Kinda gotta just barely squish it in. Try not to damage those roots. It barely fits. Okay. Woohoo! Happy little guy. Okay. I'm just gonna pour it in, see what it looks like. I want to cover the roots that are right there. Look, that little thing came off. What is it? I'm so intrigued. Or is it a little fertilizer pellet that I never realized was in my roots since I bought the thing years ago? Okay, it's cracked open. Looks like it's been there a while. I feel kind of nervous leaving it in there, but I'm curious to see what it is, so I'm gonna leave it in there. And we'll see what happens. Here's my little guy. He's gonna help hold the plant up because this is a tall plant. And I tried putting rocks in the bottom and it was so disgusting. Some sort of like black bacteria grew and I gave up. I was like, that lasted maybe a few days that I tried putting rocks in here, which could be actually from when a few of these also crisped up. Yeah, we're gonna leave it. Hold on tight because he wants to go places, okay? Don't let him. Let's pull him this way. Maybe it'll balance more. Dude, you know how to stand. You've done it before, but this is, you can see, definitely not growing upright anymore. I'm gonna set this aside. Whoa, there's my ring on the glass. It's time to clip off these dead leaf ends. So I have some clean shears. I'm just gonna form a triangle at the end so it's gonna look like it's still a leaf, because once these ends turn yellow or brown, they don't go back to green. Easy peasy, but now I have to do that to like 7 more leaves. That looks natural enough, right? Kind of a lot, not too bad. That was definitely more than 7 leaves. But it looks so pretty now. Yay! Now this is a little bit more noticeable, but I'm going to leave it because I don't want to tear it back too much. It's a little bit tricky. It's okay, I'll just hope that more green growth grows over it. This is also yellow. It had a few dead leaves here, but it'll be okay. Those look so much better. Oh, it's looking so much better. Yay! Oh my gosh. I'm happy about it. We can put it back in its little home. I really do like having it in this corner. The bamboo, can you see the bamboo? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 probably. New leaves are popping out, which is amazing. There's a couple of like still brown edges here, but I think this growth is new. Let me give you a closer look at it because I'm very excited that it's making progress. I've had this bamboo for 3 years. I think I told you that already. Look, new growth up there. So amazing. I feel like some of these leaves got just slightly darker, but the new leaves, I'm like, is it gonna turn dark? But it's very, very light green. I'm like holding on. It hasn't popped up new baby leaves in a while that I've noticed. At least they've never looked light green like this. So yeah, I was gonna show you this right there. This growth is still getting bigger, which is awesome. So it's starting to cover up that dead dry leaves that I can't peel off. I've tried. I'm just worried about disrupting it too much, but there's green under there. So yeah. Here's my bamboo. This little guy sometimes sucks at his job. You gotta hug that tree, okay? All right, let's go rinse that out. Guess what, you get a break. There's definitely more roots, and I'm pretty sure that this little ball is a piece of fertilizer. Did I tell you that yet? It's probably been in there for years and I didn't even notice because it's been tangled in these roots. Okie dokie, little rinse. Yeah. Not send my roots down the disposal. Set down. Still have algae growth going, but I'm not concerned. Okay, buddy, back to work. You hold this guy, okay? Don't let him go anywhere. All right. I love hydroponics. This is checked off. Anybody else been able to successfully grow a hydroponic bamboo for years? It's possible. Don't listen to the internet telling you you have to put rocks, you have to put it in soil. It can live. So yeah.